All right, so if I flip back to my view for my user manager, I'm still going to do my for each loop. But instead of just doing a UL, I'm going to actually build a table. Actually, let me do this instead. So my table sits outside my for each loop, and then my table rows and table data, my TRs and my TDs, will actually be inside of the for each loop. And what I'm coding is the TR for one row. And then every time that loop loops, every time it goes over each user, it'll basically generate another block of TRs and TDs for the row of data to be rendered. So I'll have a TR, and we'll get rid of this, and a TD, and we'll just start with some data. So we'll say address. Oh, wait, it's not an address anymore. This is a user manager view model. We'll call it user. So then we'll say user.username, user.firstname, user.lastname, user.email address. Then up here, I'm going to go ahead and do athead. This will be username, first name, all right. So I'll save that. I'm going to go ahead and rerun. So there is our output of our users. I can do some formatting and things like that to clean it up. One of the more obvious things people always ask about is email address. So we can actually put an A tag in here. So what I basically did there is the email address is a property. I've added an A tag, href mail to colon, and then I use my ampersand user.email address. And what the Razor engine will do is it'll pick up that email address and it'll actually inject it into that property. So it'll come out being mail to colon and whatever the user's email address is. And then the text of the email address will appear in between the A tags, just like any regular link. So it'll display the email address as the text, and it'll also be a mailing link. So if I flip back, refresh, these are now all valid mail links. I should be able to click on one. I don't have a mail client installed, so nothing happened. If we right click and inspect element though, that's kind of hard to, oh, there it goes. Whoa. So there you can see that it actually did the injection, mail to colon, email address, and then it dumps the email address here and as the text as well. All right, so that is the basic process of taking content, a collection of content, and pumping it out on the screen. You can do the same thing with view models that have properties that are collections. So instead of just iterating or looping over the model itself, like we did here, we could have a property here. So maybe our model is just a single object, but it has a property that is a collection. So you can say this dot model dot whatever the name of the property is, and you can loop over that. So for example, if you were pulling up a view that showed an order, and then you had a products collection off of that order object. So here's the order.products, and then it has a collection of products. You can loop over the products and then spit out each product as like the details of the order, and then maybe the rest of the order information is part of that main model. So the main model has order number, it has the name of the order, customer is maybe a property, and then it has a products property, and then that includes name of the product, unit price, things like that. So it doesn't have to just be the primary view model, it can be a nest or a child of the view model as well.